guys, my name's Sarah. This is my YouTube channel, Stitching by Sarah. This is a channel about cross stitch. If you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoy my channel and decide to come back and watch my other videos. If you are returning, thank you so very much for coming back. I really appreciate you guys coming back. And my lovely ladies that comment on almost every video, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I just love you guys. So, let me just tell you what. This is not my first time recording this. This is not my second time recording this. This is my third time. The first time, my clicker was underneath my whips pile, and apparently every time I'd grab a whip, it would turn my video off or turn it back on. And then I started editing and realized that I was missing the very front of my, like the introduction to my video. So I recorded that, and then I got editing more, and then I realized there was so much missing. So, hi again. You guys, this is the first time you're seeing me, but this is the third time I'm seeing you. Anyways, so this is Flosstube number 13. This is January the 14th, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful week. It's beautiful weather outside. It's 75 degrees, and my hair actually is not too bad considering I went to town and left the windows down as I was driving because it was beautiful. Had the music cranked, the wind blowing, my hair flying, It would have been better if I was able to drive my Corvette that has T-tops, but that's needs a little work yet before I can drive that. Anyways, you guys didn't want to know that, I know, sorry. So, this is going to be another short video. I don't have much haul because I am being very good with Stitch from Stash, which is a Facebook group where you use what you have at your house to kit up your projects instead of going and buying things, because most cross stitchers nowadays, we have enough to stitch for next 100 years, and I am one of them. So I'm trying to be good, which I am so far. I don't have any finishes. I don't have any new FFOs. I just have some whips and just a smidge of haul, but I'll get into that. So my featured FFO, some of you are going to get a giggle out of this one, is right there. This is my French's mustard jar. This was commissioned by my husband. He saw this picture, or I don't know how it went, whether he saw this picture or he got this brilliant idea, hey, let's get some condiments done in cross stitch. I don't know. I don't remember. That was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I have a hard time remembering yesterday. Anyways, so this originally was a picture that he found on the internet somewhere. I went to pick2pat, I'll try to put it right there, pic2pat.com. It's where you put in a picture into their website, and they will convert it into a cross stitch pattern. This has a lot of color change. It has a lot of what's called confetti. Confetti, if you are a new stitcher, new to stitching coming back, or if you're one of my family members or friends that don't cross stitch, hi guys, just watching me, then confetti stitching is where you have 1 or 2 stitches of one color and then it'll change to another color. It's all different colors. There's no one consistent line of color. So confetti stitch, you're just doing a couple of stitches and you're changing your color. So this is the mustard jar that my husband commissioned. He keeps saying that we're going to have a whole wall of condiments. Oh, we'll see. So this was framed at Hobby Lobby, and I have started putting on the back of the framework the like the requisition, so that years down the road when you know, old and can't remember more than what I can't remember now, I can look at the paper and say, oh yeah, this has got museum glass on it, this was framed by Hobby Lobby and Tomball, this was framed November 27th of 2019, all that stuff. So that's, I've been putting that on the back of my you know, framework, and it's in one of those plastic sleeves that I have folded and taped down so it'll fit. So, featured FFO. This is a French's mustard jar that was created by pick2pat.com. So if you have a picture, if you have a ketchup jar and you would like to make for my husband, you can go to pick2pat.com. Anyways, so if I repeat things, I hope I don't, because I have said things I don't know how many times today. So if I repeat myself, I'm so very sorry. I have a new start, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will probably, or you may or may not, I don't know, you may have seen it. I have started Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. And she had it stitched on Weeks Dye Works 35 count tin roof. I picked a totally different color. I picked, what did I do with that paper? I picked R&R Reproductions 32 count in the pink. I am using the floss pack that I had ordered on Fat Quarter Shop. And I ordered this last year, or the year before, I don't remember when. I have already made a substitution in color because it wasn't showing up on my fabric. So the cream right there has been substituted for the white. So let me show you my new start. This is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. And up here by my finger is the cream. I was just trialing it to see what it looked like. Actually, I was trying it to see if I liked the 2 strands or 1 strand over 2. I like the 1 strand over 2, but when even doing the white, it wasn't standing out so very much. So I converted it to 2 strands over 2 strands. 2 threads over 2 strands. But I think it's going to look really nice. Let me see if I can get that pink. Maybe like that. And it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I have good sunlight coming through the window, so I didn't put up my lights that I usually hoss into the room to make the light a little bit better. So hopefully the color will be okay with what I've got there. Okay, next is my whips. I'm going to put in a picture of the pattern for Hot Cocoa is Calling by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is what it's going to look like. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where we're at now. I am using the fabric or the floss pack that came in the BeStitchMe's Winter Solstice, the box that I showed a couple videos ago. I'm using the floss from that, and I am using the 32 count Hot Cocoa from BeStitchMe that also came in that Winter Solstice box. So I think since I saw you last, I filled in the white in the S and the N. I put in the snowflake, put in the W, and then the red birds and the red heart. I have fun stitching this. the rest of my stitching has been my focus on my January plans and my January planner. I'm going to insert a picture here of what my January planner looks like so far, because 2 attempts ago I had taken a screenshot because I was having issues with my iPad. So this is my January planner, what it looks like so far. And then here is going to be a picture of what my January plans are. One of them is to finish the face and neck of Zelda. That is the 1/1. And my next plan, I'm not looking at it, but I'm not sure if it's in the right order, is Death by Cross Stitch. That is part of WIPCO. That is to do 6 hours. And the other plan is also my other WIPCO call, which is do at least 1 letter on Lighthouse Alphabet. So that is the other stitching that I did this week, was focusing on my January plans. So my little friend Zelda by Mirabilia. This is where she was last time you saw her. And this is where she is, oops, this way. This is where she is now. So you can see I worked more on her chin, and I'm starting down the neck. And the face, the skin is 1 thread over 1 floss, or 1 floss over 1 strand. And the rest, like the hair and the, you know, it's going to be the dress and the hair and everything else other than the skin, is 2 strands over, no, 2 flosses over 2 strands on the fabric. So that's where Miss Zelda is right now. And let me just tell you, I cannot wait to get that skin done. I am not enjoying that 1/1. I can almost guarantee you that she is the last Mirabilia that I'm going to stitch, the one and only Mirabilia. I'm going to stitch 1/1 for the skin. So I'm not having fun with that. Okay. Next is Death by Cross Stitch. This is Long Dog Sampler. This is like 16 pages of chart. This takes quite a while. This is where Long Dogs, or Death by Cross Stitch was last time you saw it. And this is where I'm at now. Let's do this. I'm using DMC 935. And the fabric is 32 count. Picture this plus sand. And I didn't bring my iPad, but I will put here how many hours I've worked this past week on Death by Cross Stitch. And last week I got like an hour and something on it, so I don't know how many hours I have left here. I'm thinking it's less than 2. But once I pick this up, if I pick this up this weekend, I may just do many hours on it, because it really is an enjoyable stitch. You don't have to change the fabric or the floss. It's just that it's so big and, you know, a lot of stitching, but I really am enjoying it. So that is Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Samplers. Okay, next is Alphabet Lighthouse. Nope, Lighthouse Alphabet by Treetrunk Designs. This is an old chart. It's from 1996. So I don't know if you're going to be able to find this anywhere. I don't know if you can find it on eBay or where you might be able to find this. But this is where Lighthouse Alphabet was last time you saw it. And this is where we're at now. So my goal this month was to get one more lighthouse in. I got in the letter T for Tybee Island, Georgia. So that's where we are here. And can I tell you what? Oh, first of all, let me remind you how this was, how I got this. A former co-worker gave this to another former co-worker that's a friend to give to me, because I don't remember if she was moving or if she was just quitting cross-stitching. So she gave me, there were several charts that she had started, plus several of the plastic containers with the floss for those kits, or for those patterns. In this this box for this pattern, she uses the JP Coats metallics. I am not liking them at all. I get small tiny little strands to do the stitching for, let me show you, for the water and the light of the lighthouse, but it frays horribly. I don't know if you can see, there's the glitter there and the glitter in the water. I'm not sure you can see it on the video, but I am not enjoying that metallics at all. So if you have any tips for using metallics, because I think this may be my first time using them, you can leave them in the comments to tell me what you do to make the metallics work, because it just shreds apart. Although I don't know, it may be just the age of the metallic floss, because I think it's pretty old. But that's my story of woe for that pattern. But otherwise it's enjoyable. So I am a member of the Woodlands chapter of the Embroiderers Guild of America, or EGA. And each year they encourage you to have a challenge piece, which is something that you're working on that will take a bit of the year. It's not a small little Christmas decoration or something, but it's, you know, it's got to be something to it. And you're doing something that you normally don't do. So this year I am doing Michael's Prayer by Silver Creek Samplers. And it says, Lord, send me where you want me to go. Let me meet the folks you want me to know. Tell me the words you want me to say, and tenderly keep me out of your way. Amen. And it says Michael Judge, 1933. So for my friends and family, Montrose, this lady, this designer is from Montrose. So you never know where there might be a designer. So anyway, sorry, there's a squirrel. So the stitching itself is not going to be a challenge, or not my challenge. My portion to the challenge is that I am going to be doing it on BeStitchMe's Coffee Club, and it's a 22 count Aida. So this is the fabric that I'm going to do it on. So I'm hoping it's light enough that the eagle will pop out. If not, gee, I'll have to find something else, huh? But it's a very pretty fabric. So, all of that to say, I have the floss on order through my cross stitch store, my local needlework store that I am starting to go to more, which is called Samplers and Stitching in Montgomery, Texas. So that's part of my haul. I don't have yet is the floss for that piece. And just a minute, I'm not turning you off this time, because last time I did that, that's when all the problem happened. So hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm part of that floss order that I ordered through Samplers and Stitching is I'm going to try a needlepoint piece that is like a project we're doing through the Embroidery Guild. I am going to do Cleopatra's Heart. I'm going to try that. So I had ordered through Caroline the pearl cottons, the Karen watercolors. I told her the DMCs I didn't need because I probably have that. So I'll be working on, I think they called it Congress cloth. So that's in part of my plans. Once I get that floss, I'll probably start Cleopatra's Heart. Okay. So my portion of haul, as I said, is not much. So from Stitch from Stash, the Facebook group, they say that you have a subscription to like a floss club, a fabric club, a magazine, whatever. You have a subscription already in place before the new cycle of Stitch from Stash occurs. You don't have to count that in your monthly totals. So I already have Color and Cotton and the Fat Quarter Shop floss clubs going before this year, before January 1st started, so I don't have to subtract that from my Stitch from Stash. But I just canceled my Floss Fix because I have plenty of Color and Cotton. So all that to say, I got my Color and Cotton, or my Floss Fix, and my coloring. Guys, I'm so sorry. My Classic Colorworks, the Floss Fix through Fat Quarter Shop, and my Color and Cotton floss from Color and Cotton. You know, as they say, the hurrier you go, the behinder you get. Anyways, this month's Floss Fix is called Blue Diamond. So it is Classic Colorwork blues. We have let's see. We have Tyler Boy Blue. We have Rain Showers. Wavy Navy. It looks a lot darker there. Here. That doesn't do anything for it. This, there you go. You can see that better. A light blue with a dark blue. Snips and Snails. And you see there's pinks and greens and blues. There you go. That's Snips and Snails. Corn Blue. And Mermaid's Fin. That's a pretty color. I don't think I have that one. So that is my Classic Colorworks. So my Color and Cotton January Thread Club are all these colors. We have Quail, lights to dark browns or medium browns. Monkey Grass, that's an unusual name and color. I think you can see it's yellowish, greenish, brownish, tannish. An interesting color. Blue Bonnets, very light blue. And Poseidon. Oops, there's one more after this actually. Here's Poseidon. And Maple Syrup. Oh, you can see those colors really well. So that's my floss, the floss fix and the class or color and cotton floss kits or floss clubs. So I hope your day's going better than mine. We'll see. I just received word that my very first giveaway winner finally received her package. I didn't want to show what was in the Christmas package because, you know, it's a Christmas package and it's supposed to be a surprise. So I'm going to put a picture right here of what she won. So this was the full disclosure Stitcher won this, and I hope you enjoy it, Heather. I think that's it. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you. We have a yay, amen. My son got a job. So he's got a real boy job now, a real adult job. He started this past week. So hopefully our purse strings with him are going to get not as tight with having to send him money. Other than that, I guess it's basically been same old, nothing new here. So I hope y'all have a good week, and I hope you guys that are getting all the snow and you're freezing cold, I hope you warm up soon. Be safe out there, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.